today are out of the Atlantic Coast Conference. Courtney Mosey is the referee. And Brett Conway now ready. Penn State was here in 1923. Oregon was last year in 1958. It's Ricky Whittle from the 8. And he comes back to about the 18. There, the Oregon Ducks will put it into play. Danny O'Neill, in his career at Oregon, had a huge season last year, a little less this year, but the team was more successful this year, as he has thrown the ball for more than 7,000 yards. Opening behind him in the backfield will be Dwayne Jones at fullback and Ricky Whittle, number 14, at tailback. And they will play a lot of tailbacks today. Oregon will send Ricketts, number 3, wide, along with Tristan McLemore. Josh Wilcox, the tight end, also flexes out. Here's your first snap of the day. Penalty flag thrown. They try to bring it inside with McLemore. He picks up a couple of yards, but let's see about the backs and receivers for Oregon. McLemore, number 1, is a key man. More often than not, the hot man. He is a little guy at about 185 pounds, but he will go down the middle with it. And the idea for all these wideouts for Oregon, first you catch the ball and then you run with it. Oh, the offsides penalty against the Nittany Lions gives Oregon a 1st and 5 up at the 24. And this is Whittle, 193-pound junior out of Fresno, California, getting just across the 25.
4 new starters in that offensive line from last year. 3 of them are sophomores. They've had a lot of injuries in that group, and they have allowed a lot of sacks. Penn State sacks the quarterback very well, and you are right. They must play well for Oregon to have a chance.
2nd down and 3. It is O'Neill looking to the right. He's got double wide there. They stay with a run. They go to Whittle. He's caught by the ankle. He can't break loose from Willie Smith, and he is taken down after about a yard pickup. So it's a sticky wicket in the middle against this defensive bunch, and Willie Smith, who just made that last tackle, I think will have a big day today because he has grown this year, I think, into a terrific football player. In the secondary, Bob, there's a new man.
Penn St starts at free safety. Dingle and Herring and Dingle both out. There's a look at Penn St. His first career start is the Rose Bowl.
3rd down, first pass thrown wide to the left side to Cameron Ricketts, and Ricketts goes up, one-hands that thing and brings it down.
Throw by O'Neill. But what Oregon needs to do on offense is come out and make first downs and control the football. Keep it away from Penn State and that high-scoring offense.
Danny O'Neill is probably pumped, wouldn't you say, at this point. And Whittle bouncing over the right side, finding a little daylight. A penalty flag thrown here, and I think you've got possibly a holding call coming against Oregon. There's the holding, and it is against Oregon. And let's check in with Lynn Swan.
Thank you very much, Keith. You know, let's try and put that Nebraska-Miami in perspective for both these teams. When I talked to the kids from Penn State, they were a little disappointed, a little depressed. Not that bad. Joe Paterno stressed to these guys, it's the outcome of their season is up to them. They can't depend on anybody else. He felt they would not be down. But I can tell you, when you watch a game like that, you watch it all the way through the 4th quarter, you think what you want is going to happen. Miami's going to upset them, and they don't. You are a little down. If they can get it under control, they'll be okay. On the Oregon side, they said they don't think they can nickel and dime the Penn State team. What they want to do, move the ball and look for the big play to get some points on the scoreboard. Keith?
That was a 12-yard penalty against Oregon. So it moves it back and makes it a 1st and 22 because holding is a penalty from the spot of the foul. O'Neill's pass down the middle, caught by Josh Wilcox, the tight end. This time O'Neill was on the money to his tight end right in the heart of the field, and he is close to a 1st down.
Well, what Lynn said was they need some big plays, and O'Neill is the guy that has to give it. They've got some speed at the wide receivers, and Wilcox, the tight end, is going to have single coverage a lot during the day. That's a big throw for O'Neill and a big catch for Wilcox.
Josh, daddy was Dave Wilcox, who's one of the great ones in San Francisco 49er history.
Same position.
Yep. Played for Lynn Casanova. That 58 team that played Ohio State here, and we've got another penalty flag. So the boys from the ACC brought the laundry with them, didn't they? Courtney Mosey with the call.
Dead ball. Delay of the game. Offense.
Dawson is the umpire. Michael Sample is the head linesman. Richie Williams, the field judge. Williamson, John Gutbold, the line judge. Dan Hogue, the side judge. And Tommy Hunt is the back judge. So the Ducks now absorbing their second penalty. They'll be looking at 2nd down and 6, having almost picked up the first down on 1st and 22. O'Neal back, short drop, quick pass, bring it back into the middle, into the traffic, and there's the first down. Caught by Cameron Ricketts. Ricketts is 5'9", 177, sophomore out of Culver City, California.
Ricketts led the team in receptions this year with 36. Oregon needs to hit the game going on all cylinders. They want to take some offensive plays that are sound, but they also want to try big plays, wide open, throw the ball all over the field. They're not going to leave anything in their bag of tricks.
On the 49, first down for the Ducks as they near midfield. Penn State offense is yet to see the ball. This is Whittle. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, but shakes off the tackler and gets it across midfield to the Penn State 48-yard line.
Holes is going to be 13, and it's just a good job by the running back to avoid the tackle. Poor tackling by the defense. And the Ducks have what they want, and that is some kind of a drive to open the ball game.
O'Neal down the middle. Pass is underthrown. 3rd down and 7. That pass is poorly thrown by O'Neal. Intended for Ricky Whittle. Gets some air under it. And Archie calls for a fair catch at the 16-yard line, where it'll be first down for the mighty Penn State offense. Brady Scott is the man in motion. Here's Carter. And breaks it. He's gone. Goodbye. It'll be touchdown Penn State, first play of the ball game. It goes into the books as 83 yards. They had him, they fought, and then he was gone.
I was going to tell you he's explosive, but you can see that. He breaks the tackle of O'Berry, number 4, right in the hole, right here. He breaks the tackle. Everybody else has got a man in their face, and he is not going to be caught from behind. Over 1,500 yards rushing, 1,000 yards each of the last 2 seasons.
Brett Conway for the point. It's good. Record held by Tyrone Wheatley of Michigan against Washington in the 93 game, when Ty went 88 yards. Kachana just went 83. Out of the end zone, no. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Penn State on their first possession had moved the tight end, caused some confusion out here. Look, there is nobody in the center of the field as the ball carrier is going to come this way. Nobody's deep to get some help. O'Berry is in the hole. He breaks 1 tackle, and there's nobody. There's a little bit of confusion, and they were blitzing. Nick Aliotti, the defensive coordinator, says, we're going to gamble. We're going to blitz more than we have ever blitzed before. And when you do that, sometimes you win big, and sometimes you get burned.
Dino Filio, number 12, is now the tailback. Whittle had the first series. O'Neal's pass complete to Josh Wilcox. Wilcox, the tight end, who's a little faster than you might suspect. Pristine day about the city of Pasadena. San Gabriel's hovering over the old oval in what was once a dry wash, but now a playground for the San Gabriel Valley region. And Penzinik will come off the field.
Penzinik was making his first start in this Rose Bowl, number 29. He gets hit right there. He was starting in place of Cliff Dingle, who is out. 3 safety.
O'Neal is back to throw, setting up a screen. Pass to Filio. Filio's on the sideline. Great speed. Comes out of Dudley, North Carolina. And he's got a first down for the Oregon Ducks inside the Penn State 35.
This is going to be a wide open game. And I like the call. Mike Bellotti, the offensive coordinator, he knows he has to make some yardage and make things happen. He opened the game with a wide receiver screen and then another screen. Look at the block there.
Big old Eric Reed laid one on him, didn't he?
71. He's about 290 pounds out in front of him. There's Bellotti, the offensive coordinator. Both coordinators said, we can't sit around and wait. We got to go out and fire our best shots early.
Play clock had just about run out on Oregon, and rather than take the penalty, they spend the timeout at 10:34 to go in the first quarter. The Goodyear Blimp Eagle out of Carson, California, with Joel Chamberlain at the controls out of Norwood, Mass, is bringing you those pictures. The Goodyear Blimp Eagle soaring over. The cameraman is Glenn Hampton. Hi, guys. Happy New Year to you. All right, here's Oregon. First down, Penn State, 34-yard line. Danny O'Neal back to throw it. He has time. He has a man. Wilcox, he's at the corner. Out of bounds, just short of the 1-yard line. So Josh Wilcox, the tight end, almost sneaked in for 6.
What you got, watch, he's going to sit up and pump. Right here, the corner bites. What you've got is the tight end lined up wide on Forbes, number 46. Forbes is the extra cornerback covering a tight end. He says it's a piece of cake.
Oregon ready from the 1-yard line. First and goal. Play goes into the middle, and the Lions stuck it.
Here's a look at what Oregon has done inside the 20. 39 of 44 is doggone first on offense, but 70th defense. So there's Jerry Sandusky, the defensive coordinator. He's had a lot of injuries, but they have given up 29 or more points in 3 of their last 4 games.
O'Neal will throw it. Has his man. Touchdown. Wilcox.
Did a lot to get him down there. Here's Wilcox here. He's going to slide to the outside as the ball is play action fake. Watch as he's going to hit him to the outside. Second down and short. Still a good down to throw on. Wilcox wide open for the touch.
Got it. Josh Wilcox is going to owe me supper. Because when I visited, I sat with him and told him he could have a big day against the Penn State defense. Kicks got a lot of air under it, not too deep. Taken by Fletcher. And some pretty good licks laid on out there as he comes out across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Kerry Collins, big guy, weighs in at better than 230 pounds, 2,700 yards almost. 21 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions.
Great year for the young man, Keith. He was the top-rated passer in the country. And he was my choice as the surprise player of the year. He wasn't rated in the top 20 of the quarterbacks at the start of the season.
Second offensive player of the game for Penn State. Now, bet you the doesn't know where Kajana is. Collins back to throw it. Throws underneath to the fullback out of the backfield. Brian Milne, and he's wrestled down at about the 27. There's Carter. You know all about him. John Whitman is normally your fullback, except today Brian Milne steps up. Ingram and Scott, very, very good wide receivers. Kyle Brady thought by many to be the top tight end in the country, but Josh Wilcox has set a pretty good standard so far in this ball game from the Oregon side. Brady hasn't seen the ball yet. Into the middle goes the fullback, Milne. Joe Paterno said the other day, he says, you know, people don't say much about our fullbacks. But he said, I wouldn't be surprised to see both of them gone in the pro draft before we get very far into the second round.
Next year, they're both juniors. They'll be back.
Yep. Jeff Hardings is the man who leads that offensive line for Penn State, and it's an offensive front that is very good.
Harding's an All-American. In fact, 5 All-Americans on this offensive unit for Penn State.
Lions have a first down, 37-yard line. Carter's second carry of the ball game, and this time the Ducks get a hold of it. Bailey, Malapai, and Slyman, but it's those two linebackers in the middle that have got to fill the cracks, Rule and Asher, and if they don't step up and fill the cracks, you're going to see a lot of Carter's back. Jeff Sherman and Chad Cote of the safeties, very, very strong people down the middle in the defensive secondary. The corners are good, too. That pitch is swung out to Carter. Number 56 over there in a hurry to get a piece of it.
And you mentioned it. This Oregon Duck defense, their defensive backs, they have a lot of good players defensively. They try to get nickel and dime, 5 and 6 pack defensive backs in there, that package, as soon as they can.
See the great balance of Carter. Bailey is not easy. He's 270 pounds. The defense bouncing around, and Kerry Collins looks at the play clock, and it's down to 2. As we told you earlier, it was 1958. The Oregon Ducks last appeared in the Rose Bowl. The coaching staff numbered 5 coaches. Cass came down with a team that not very many people had heard much about. But he's been to big games before. Johnny McKay was one of his coaches. Dave Wilcox, the father of Josh, was one of the players. John Robinson was playing end in that ball game. Coached there for a dozen years. But this Oregon team came down and played national champion Ohio State. They lost, but only by 10-7.
They've had some pretty good coaches up there. Assistant coaches, George Seifert, the head coach of San Francisco 49ers, was an assistant there, and Norv Turner, who was with Dallas and now with the Washington Redskins, was on the staff at the Ducks for a while.
Now let's spend a moment with Lynn Swan.
Yeah, Keith, on Chuck Pinjanick, number 29, he just got the wind knocked out of him, but number 24, Tony Pittman, has a bruised shoulder, the cornerback, and number 36, Cody Carlson, on the first play of the game for Penn State, got his nose broken. They've been working on him, so whatever we may have thought about the University of Oregon Ducks, they have come out to play physical football.
Oh, they'll pop you. It is 3rd down and 8 now, and Mike Archie is in the backfield, a very good pass receiver for the Lions. He goes in motion, and Collins is back. Pressure's coming. They're after it. He throws it to the ground. That's exactly what Oregon wants to do. The referee threw a penalty flag. Jeremy Asher was the man who got to him. He's an inside linebacker who stepped outside. But let's see about the flag.
Watch the defensive line here, Keith. This is what the quarterback's going to be facing all day. Am I going to blitz or am I not going to blitz?
Well, he calls Collins here for grounding, too.
Yes, he does. No question about that. The problem is not only confusion with the quarterback prior to snap, but confusion amongst the offensive linemen and the backs on who to block.
All right, Herman O'Beary, cornerback, goes back to receive. It's a 21-yard penalty and a loss of down, so the Lions, for their punt, go back inside the 20. The very first play for Penn State. Kajana Carter went 83 yards. The Ducks came right back. Kenny's kick is out of there. It's a good one. Fielded by O'Beary, and he is taken down almost in his tracks.
Well, I would like to have a game where Penn State on first down is stopped, to where they're either 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 at the very best. If we're able to control Penn State on first down, I believe we'll be able to get in to do the things that we do well on defense. And offensively, we're going to have to score a lot of points, because it's unrealistic to think Penn State isn't going to score some points.
There goes Whittle. He now becomes a wideout as he breaks into the open on the sidelines, catches the ball, gets the first down. You've got Whittle and Phil Yaw both in the backfield right now for Oregon. O'Neal pumps it. He takes it down the middle to the tight end. Wilcox again, and Wilcox moves it inside the Penn State 35 for a first down.
Watch the tight end right here. He's going to fall down, let everybody go away from him, and then he's going to watch him fall down. That's your fall down play. Linebackers forget about him. Comes back in the middle. It always works. I've never seen where that does not work.
You got a double tight end, Blake Spence and Josh Wilcox sharing the position. They both play a lot. O'Neal is back. Lets it go down the middle. This will be intercepted. It is picked off by Chuck Penzinik.
There's Penzinik right there. Just going to back up, play his eyes, Poor throw, obviously, by O'Neal. He had an open receiver going across the field. Sometimes you try to take advantage of a position, the free safety position, and you don't read the coverage.
Here goes Carter. And DeJohn on his second effort. Again, they thought they had him, and 2 yards later, they finally do.
Here's the last interception by O'Neal. And you don't always have to sack a quarterback. Just get close to him and get in his face where he's going to throw a little bit earlier than he'd like to.
Second down and 6. Here comes stumbled a little bit this time, and the Ducks get him short of the line of scrimmage. Penn State's third down conversion rate on the season was 53%. Kerry Collins looks deep, goes underneath. Ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage. And fourth down. Here's the kick by Kenya. Another pretty good punt. Herman O'Berry back. Takes it on the run.
They're extremely well coached. They're very intelligent. Play situations really well. And offensively, they just hang in there and hang in there and hang in there. And then all of a sudden, they're in there. They're right the next year in the fourth quarter and the next place. And they beat you. So, I mean, they're a gutty football team. They're really a bunch of tough, good kids.
This is Whittle. And he gets to the 45. It's the best starting point of the ball game for either team.
Steve Harden, number 77, was pulling out in front of him. He didn't hit anybody, but they were all running around him.
Well, he's so dadgum big, it's like trying to get around a corn crib on wheels.
He's 324. He didn't hit anybody, but he helped the runner because everybody was running around him.
There's contact and penalty play.
Defense, offside, 5 yards, first down.
That'll be a first down for Oregon. O'Neal steps away, gets away, picks up some real estate on his own.
Mike Bellotti, the offensive coordinator, doing a nice job with the talent. A lot of skill players, a lot of speed at those positions.
Dino Filio, the single back, McLemore's number 1. He's in motion. Call on the 34. Pressure coming. O'Neal better hurry. Dumps it in a hurry. Gets it to Filio. He's down the sideline. And a first down around the 15-yard line for the Oregon Ducks.
Everything goes away from our camera position here. The back goes to that side and then swings back. O'Neal makes a little fake. It's a nice-looking play. One of the things that Jerry Sandusky, the defensive coordinator, says concerned him is that things that are new that he hasn't seen before. He knows a team that's a big underdog might come out with some new things, and he's seen a few of them already here this afternoon.
First down at the Penn State 15-yard line. That ball is thrown to Filio. It is out of bounds. Did he have possession? No.
A lot of screens. This is another screen. Fake the draw. Swing it wide. You got to trust your quarterback on something like that. Good call. He never had possession.
After that lightning bolt by Carter, Oregon pretty much had control of this first quarter. That ball is thrown to Filio. He puts his head down and finds his way to the 10-yard line. 3rd and 5 for the Oregon Ducks at the Penn State 10. Shotgun. Give it to Filio over the left side. Down close to a first down. He missed it.
So that's a tough break for Oregon in that they had a chance to put some points on the board after a nice drive. He just pushes it to the right. He's on the hash mark where you might think he'd pull it to his left, but he just pushes this one wide to his right.
All right, here comes Penn State from the 20-yard line. Kerry Collins back to throw it, has all day. Now he lets it go, and the pass is caught by Bobby Ingram, and here's the penalty flag. And you're going to get a flag thrown on Reggie Jordan for hitting Kerry Collins late. Yep.
15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Jordan got there late.
47. Number 47 is Jordan.
Well, they're holding him. Well, it's just too much enthusiasm. You didn't need to throw him down.
Maybe he was frustrated because he was being held. You know.
First and 10.
7-7 tie. Headed for 2 minutes to go. Give it to Carter, working in the middle. And he gets gets the ball down to the Oregon 45-yard line, and here's Lynch.
Keith, number 50, Salila Malapia, the starting nose tackle. He came out, not of this defensive series, but the last one, limping. He hurt his left knee. It's an irritated medial collateral, and the team trainer said he hurt it in the middle of this season, so he's really irritated, an old injury. We have to watch him to see if he can continue on that left leg.
He'll play. Salila Malapia, he's in there. From Honolulu. In the middle goes the fullback. Kajana. Or when he plants that cut foot and heads upfield, he comes hard. That's a first down for Penn State at the 38-yard.
Dick Anderson is their quarterback coach, passing games coach. They've done a great job with these young men.
Collins, pressure, pass away, tied in. Kyle Brady, first time he's seen it today.
There's Cota right there, Keith. The strong safety blitz. When you get a blitz, you should throw in the direction where the blitz came from, because that's where the coverage is going to be a little void. At times, Sherman did a nice job, the free safety, moving over to help out Cota.
We've played a quarter at the 81st Rose Bowl. We're tied at 7. The Nittany Lions are starting to move again.
1-on-1, so there should be some big play opportunities.
Here's Kajana Carter carrying the ball in the middle. And they finally wrestle him down, but again, he's got about 6 yards, and here's 20.
Carter comes out of the ball game. Penn State's never going to miss a beat because Archie's a terrific back, not quite as explosive as he is, as Carter is, but very flamboyant. Pitts is a third back, quiet, but when he gets in the ball game, he is all business. We should probably see all three of them play to keep Kajana Carter fresh and watch the Penn State Lions try and rack up some yardage on the ground. Keith?
7 carries, 105 yards, and a touchdown so far. Slips, down he goes, on one knee, back at the 34. Ducks coming after him. Collins slips and doesn't go down. Pass to the end zone. Scott had it on his fingertips and couldn't hold it. Alex Molden, I think, got a piece of it. Jeff Sherman was there, but I think Molden tipped it just a little bit, and Freddie Scott otherwise would have had it.
Collins does a nice job. He slips on the turf, but this ball is well thrown. I don't know if it's tipped or not.
Yep,
yeah, it was tipped.
A little.
Yep.
Alex Molden way for a field goal try from the 36 for 46 yards. He doesn't get it, and the Oregon Ducks celebrate their defensive effort as they turn Penn State away. Getting a little hazy out looking toward the ocean. Working through the mountains, the Santa Monicas and the San Gabriels. And nestled down here in quiet comfort, the Rose Bowl filled with 100,000 folks. Jones and Whittle in the backfield behind Danny O'Neill now. Oregon ball, first down, 29-yard line. O'Neill back, gets the pressure, gets his pass off. Pass is caught by Jones out of the backfield. And Kristen McLemore to the left side. O'Neill getting pressure. Willie Smith, they throw it to Ricketts. He can fly. And he is caught from behind.
This is the wide receiver screen that Oregon loves to run. That's McLemore. He's going to clear out, and Ricketts will come into the picture and catch the football. Now, Scioli's a defensive lineman. He comes back, number 5.
As Josh Wilcox being helped from the field, taken up. It's first down, Oregon, 45-yard line. 7-7 tie. Second quarter of play. O'Neill gives to Whittle. Looking to Wilcox. You don't like to see that because sometimes that says concussion.
Remember what happened? It looks like he did get hit in the head, and if that's anything like a concussion, he's kind of a loose wire anyway, isn't he, Keith?
Yep, he's a live wire. No doubt about that. Second down and 7. O'Neill turns, throws over here. Pass is caught by McLemore. Trying to set a screen for him, and he's short of the first down by a yard and a half. They run for it, give it a Whittle, won't get there. Good snap. Kick is away, good kick. Very high. Archie with a fair catch ball at the 12 on his knees. Here comes Bobby Ingram on a reverse. Chad Cota takes him down at the 17. Gain 5 yards.
Cota is the... well, they say he's the glue. Alioti says he's the glue that holds that group together.
Yeah, he's their MVP this year.
Exactly. He's the team most valuable player. He is making his 43rd consecutive start. And There you are. Those are the two.
It's his 5th tackle. He's just showing late in the ball game.
He is a player.
2nd down and 5. They got it. And Carter losing the football, didn't he?
He sure did.
Oregon, I think, had their hands on the ball. Now, whether they kept it or not, I don't know.
The ball was out. He was not down. Ball was out early.
Oh, I think somebody blew a call. Let's see it.
I don't think any of the officials saw it.
They didn't see the ball loose.
Yeah, they didn't see it. Right there, the ball's on the ground.
3 yards.
Left side, ball is out on the ground, but who gets it?
50 coverage. Who got it? I don't think the officials knew the ball was out.
None of the officials saw it.
No. So Penn State keeps it 3rd down and 2. And Kerry Collins sees the play clock expiring and comes to the sidelines after calling timeout and says, hey, guys, you got to get me the play.
I can take a look at that fumble. If we run the play, we'll see that the ball's going to come out early. But it looks like Jeff Harding's number 50 right there on the ground is going to come up with it. Right
got
here.
His hands on it. Yeah, Derek Barnes wrestling with him, but it's Hardings who has the ball.
Hardings in white, number 50, has got it.
All right, Kerry Collins has his play. He moves the fullback over. Now comes back in motion and pitches it to Paterno Carter on 3rd down and 2. And he does not get the 1st down. Jeremy Asher, inside linebacker number 44, a junior from Tigard, Oregon, makes the tackle. Good snap. Kick is out of there. Good kick. O'Berry. Penalty flag is thrown. They may not have given him enough room.
On the kicking team.
Interference on Penn State. 39 yards. 7:49 to go in the 1st half. 7-7 tie. Dino Filio is the deep back behind Dwayne Jones. Filio on track and bolts for about 9 yards before Chuck Vincentic, the free safety, brings him down. O'Neill's pass completed to Dwayne Jones out of the backfield, and the penalty flag is thrown, and I think the Ducks are going to get dinged for leaving too soon. That's against Oregon. That's against Oregon. So you got 2 separate penalties. They accepted the motion penalty. Penn State jumps around with his defense. They're coming. O'Neill better hurry. Gets it out, and it is incomplete. The pass intended for Blake Smith. 3rd and 8. Willie Smith after O'Neal. He's got him.
There's Willie Smith, the outside linebacker. Going to come into Wiggins, the tackle. Penn State number 2 in the Big Ten in sacking opposing quarterbacks. There was nobody open downfield.
Eldon gets a dandy this time. Archie all the way back to the 9 and tackled at the 14.
So I'll meet you under the clock at Union Station.
Wonderful. Bye.
Oh, Allison, how will I know it's you?
I'll be holding a bag of Doritos.
The new bag?
Of course.
I can see it now. Together on the beach with the new bag of Doritos. April in Paris with the new bag of Doritos. Down the aisle with our new bag of Doritos. Me and... Allison?
Back off. He's mine.
Doritos tortilla chips. Flavors the way you look at life.
Do me a favor. Don't scream.
On Friday, January 13th, see a tale from the crypt so terrifying it can only be seen at the movies. Demon Night, rated R. Starts Friday the 13th.
Imagine a rent-a-car company that will pick you up right at your door. That's Enterprise. Call us. We'll arrange to come to you. Take you back to our office, and you're on your way. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Pac-10 member institutions are among the finest universities in the country. They're producing leaders in the workforce for today and the future. If you're an employer with full-time, part-time, or internship employment opportunities, the Pac-10 University Career Centers access thousands of qualified students and alumni. To list your job openings, call the Career Centers or advertise at your choice of universities through the Pac-10 Job Track one-call job listing service. Just call 800-999-8725.
From the 14, Collins lets it go. He has a man on the sidelines, and the pass is completed to Freddie. That is Tournament House. Picture provided for the Goodyear Blimp Eagle. Tournament House is, of course, where the Tournament of Roses business is conducted. Jack French, the executive director, and Bill Flynn and the entire staff work there. Ain't a bad place to hang your hat if you got to work somewhere.
Enjoyed being over there the other day with the coaches.
Wonderful house. This is Kajana Carter. Ball comes out. Oregon diving. Got a shot at it. Ducks have it. Coda knocked it out.
Watch Coda. Coda's right here. Watch as he's going to come in force. The man is going to come right here, Carter, and he's just going to stick his helmet right in the where the ball is. Knocks it out. That's the second fumble of the day for Carter. This one, the Ducks come up with.
And it's first down at the Penn State 33-yard line. Ricky Whittle, the deep back. Danny O'Neill trying to cash it quickly. Got to hurry. Can't do it. Lions knock him down.
Let's go back and take a look at this hit on the fumble. Chad Coda. That's a picture-perfect tackle. His head is up. The head is on the ball.
A tackle by Atkins, and Josh Wilcox has returned to the lineup to tight end. They need him. Things slowed down when he left the ball game. This is Whittle looking for a crack to run in, and the Lions are not going to give it to you at this point in time. Number 6, Aaron Collins, and Tony Pittman. Wayne Jones, the fullback, the single back here. He's a blocker. Pass down the middle is good, but it's short of a first down. The pass is caught by Pat Johnson, who is the burner. He's the fastest man in the stadium.
Take a look at the previous play. Tight man coverage. O'Neill's going to get back and hit Johnson coming from the right side. The perfect throw to a man with a lot of speed. He just didn't catch the ball and keep running. Yeah, he just fell down.
Matt Belden now, and we've decided it's a 44-yard try. Longest is 47. And it's on its way, and it is no good. He's missed 2. He missed from 23, and now he's missed from 44, and he missed them both wide right. You folks in Tallahassee know about that. First play of the ball game, Penn State, 83 yards, touchdown. The next 23 plays, they've gained 83 yards. Kerry Collins, Bobby Ingram, wide open. He ran Molden off. Molden was 10 yards down the field, turning around looking for him, and he catches the ball. He's thinking, I may not want to watch it if it's like that. That's a good pass by Kerry Collins. Strong arm, and again, he's going.
You've got to get the ball to your wide receivers. Both Ingram and Scott both averaged 20 yards per reception this year, and both totaled over 1,000 yards. In fact, Scott was a little under 1,000. But those are the big play guys for Penn State. You've got so many choices. You've got Carter in the backfield. You've got Brady at tight end. You've got 2 outstanding wide receivers, but you cannot make mistakes. You can't put the ball on the ground.
3:20 to go in the first half. Scott's in motion. Carter over the left side, going deep as a receiver. The pass thrown toward him, and it is incomplete. Second down and 10 for the Nittany Lions. Fullback John Whitman. He does not get to the line of scrimmage as Jeremy Asher, number 44, just jumbled it. Collins going deep. He's got a man. It's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Joe Jurevicius
top of your screen is like the 4th choice on this route. He came into the game with 1 catch all year. He is the punter. He has seen action punting a lot more than he has wide receiving.
To the 1.
They've been outstanding inside the 20.
Fullback, John Whitman, and he does not get over the top.
And that is one of the reasons right there. Ran again.
The 2s for fullback.
That's the other reason.
Brian Mills. He slams it in there. The catch by Jurevicius sets it up.
Mill, number 22, is 6'3" and 253 pounds.
Knuckleball, but he got it through. Goodyear Blimp Eagles providing the pictures on the air. 1995, marking the 70th year of operations for Goodyear Blimpers. Ball is fielded, and the return will be well short of the 20-yard line.
It's nice being with you, and this is the first football game that I've ever watched in my life, and I tell you, I used to think that baseball was my favorite sport. Football has become #1 sport in my heart. This is the greatest sport that I've ever seen.
This is a particularly good setting, though, to watch a game, J.J. This is pretty fancy.
It's a great setting, but it's amazing. These young guys are doing a wonderful job, and I think that football is great for the young people, and they are the future of America, so we have to take care of the young people.
Josh Wilcox just made that catch and picked up a first down for the Oregon. Have you had a good time? Have you had a good time?
I loved it. I think that this is the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life, besides meeting my wife.
Well, bless your heart. You know, millions of people around this world love you, and what you told the kids yesterday, if Chicha can do it, so can you. Keep on doing it, will you?
Well, God bless you, kids, and bless everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chicha Rodriguez, the Grand Marshal of the Tournament of Roses Parade. Had a good time. We're delighted always to see it. Here's Danny O'Neill running out, throwing, good. McLemore, Kristen McLemore with a catch for first down.
The offensive line is allowing O'Neill some time to move around back there, which allows McLemore some time to get away from Yaboa Cody.
14-7, Penn State holding the lead. Danny O'Neill gets it off down the middle. Pass is caught by Johnson. Pat Johnson, the speedster, he has another first down, and that stops your clock the first half.
You got to be impressed with O'Neill bringing him back.
Pass all the way across the field, caught by Ricketts. He eludes 2 tacklers, 3 tacklers, and finally taken down after another first down at the 24-yard line. These little guys, they'd love to run in the middle of the field.
I don't know why, because that's where all those big, fat, slow guys are. I mean, they can't run out to the sidelines. They're just hanging around inside. Ricketts, number 3.
They're going to play right now. Here they go.
A little short out.
O'Neill on a rollout. Got to hurry and gets out of bounds. Oregon has 1 timeout remaining. O'Neill is now 20 out of 25 for 260 yards. He's looking for McLemore. He goes underneath McLemore to Josh Wilcox for a first down at the 11-yard line. 23 seconds remaining in the first half. And as you pick up a first down in the last 2 minutes of the half, they stop the clock to move the chain. And the chain pullers are pretty slow at the 11 of Penn State. That's McLemore. He's knocked down at the 10-yard line.
Watching the SC game on TV in Eugene, watching my team go down to my, my home area and play SC in the Coliseum, and watching them win and beat SC, pretty soundly with a great victory, and really put my attitude and the way I approach this year differently, completely changed it. I thought for some reason, and I don't know where I got this, that I had to put up numbers or that I had to drive the team down and make touchdown passes. And when I saw that SC game, I said, this is a great football team with or without me, and this is a great offense with or without me. And when I got healthy and was able to return to this to the team, I just wanted to be a part of what's going on here.
Well, he's playing like it. Now they've got 1 shot, maybe, they can have time. If they don't connect in the end zone, then they'll be able to get a field goal.
Well, first of all, you can't run the ball.
No, you got to throw it in the end zone.
Secondly, you can't take a sack. Quarterbacks don't get sacked. Now, you got to get rid of it. You got to throw it in the end zone complete or throw it incomplete. And he didn't get out of bounds.
And they're not going to score. Time's going to run out on them. They did not get out of bounds. You got to throw the ball into the end zone. So they don't do the two things they had to do. And the half is over. And at halftime, Penn State 14, Oregon 7, and Dameron Ricketts was wide open. Eldon, who missed 2 field goals in the first half, knocked it back to the 1-yard line. And Archie comes back to the 20-21. Here is Lynn Swan.
Keith, I talked with Joe Paterno at halftime, and he said this defense of Oregon's is outstanding. He said the one thing they're doing differently is throwing a different blitz package at the offense he wasn't looking for. And I asked him, after the big play by Kajana Carter, did that affect the offense? He said, you know, there could be something to that. Sometimes when you score too easily, you get spoiled. Keith?
Ball security. Line first down with Carter and Milne. The backs behind Kerry Collins. And Kerry on first down comes out throwing to the fullback. The ball is caught at about the 25.
Look at the numbers in the first half. Look at Penn State. Rushing yards, 123. Passing about the same. They're balanced. For Oregon, 278 yards passing, only 16 rushing.
Down and about 7. Collins again throwing to the sideline.
Good throw. And they scored on their last possession. A thing to note there, they did not have very good field position. The best they had was on their own 28-yard line. The leaders.
So it's third down and a long 6 for Penn State.
Here they come.
John Carter on a pitch, pops out of there, but they finally bring him down. They almost had him again. If you don't wrap Carter, you're not going to take him down. Sherman finally got him.
Sherman doesn't make that tackle. He's the free safety. Everybody else has blitzed up through the holes, and he was the last line of defense.
Kick is out of there. Good. That is a very good kick. Berry retreats all the way to the 22-yard line. There's a penalty flag down, and O'Berry is taken down by Stephen Titt.
Here the block in the back on the receiving team. First finish kick foul. We'll go from the end of the kick. 10 yards.
They had it 8 times. They scored on their second possession and should have scored on their second last. They had it on the Penn State 33. Here are the leaders. O'Neal with a great first half, 278 yards. Lead the receiver.
They're just outside the 10-yard line for the first down after the penalty. And they give it to Whittle, and Whittle is taken down up around the 12. O'Neal flips it out to Whittle. Whittle looking for some help on the corner. Didn't get it. Picked up a couple of yards. And again, Lynch won.
You know, Rich Brooks was very upset at the end of the first half when he didn't get a chance to kick the field goal. McLemore didn't get out of bounds. When I talked to him, he said, I'm not going to change anything we're doing on offense or defense. The kids are playing hard. They're playing strong. We just have to take advantage of our opportunities, and we didn't do that in the first half. And he says physically, he believes this young man can play with Penn State. Penn State's obviously bigger, but Oregon is going to be in a fight, and he believes they can win it.
They're quicker. Oregon's quicker.
And they've got heart.
Third down and 6. They're 1 out of 7 on third down conversions. O'Neal's got a problem. Now you need to throw it, but he can't do it. Eldon's punt, not bad. And he's got Archie in a fair catch back at the 39. That's a very good point. Punt by the freshman from Arizona. He's in motion. Kerry Collins looking for him. There it is. And it's a first down. Replacing Carter in the backfield. Goes in motion. Here's Kerry Collins. You drop it off to Archie looking for a screen. Got loose on the sideline. He's at the 33, first down. For the Lions.
But they're faking it now.
Give it to Archie. And they're still keyed to the run. And 10. Collins. Hit as he throws. The pass is incomplete. Looking for it again, throws a bullet, and he drills it to Freddie Scott.
two on either side.
Tried to pull it back, wouldn't come back. That's the third one. It's been wide right, too. So maybe they are slipping a little bit on the grass. Timeout. Tom Osborne's cousin lives up there. That's right up behind the Rose Bowl. Well, it's never happened that a team in first place won its postseason game, was voted out of first place. Never happened. First down for the Oregon Ducks. The ball at the 25-yard line. Danny O'Neal back, has time. Now they flush him, and he's going to pick up some at about 7 yards on the play.
I think Jerry Sandusky, just defensive coordinator, moving his defenses around. Goes to another three-man line, and both outside linebackers split.
Dino Filio in the backfield now, and they run him. O'Neal trying for the first down. His second effort may have gotten it, but I don't think so.
Look at the line of scrimmage. The center gets stuck. That's Greg. Zeke, number 51, was right there. So it's a good defensive line charge by the Lions.
And it's coming after the Rose Bowl.
Danny Cannell, I think, maybe came of age in that ball game in the second half against Florida. Gelsheiser is walking off. It looks like it's an ankle problem or something. He'll be missed. He was the number 2 tackler in all of the Big Ten.
On 4th and a half a yard. Or a full yard now. That's a good snap. Good pressure, though. The kick's out of there. Mike Archie has to back up and let it bounce. And it gets an Oregon roll and keeps on trickling. And will finally expire at about the 21-yard line.
Look at that. Now, Keith, I'm told, I don't know, but Turian tells me that you may have Sherman Oaks across your front.
And Collins throwing on first down. Down the middle. Pass complete. Kyle Brady tied in. Let me tell you something about Brady now. He's 6'6", 260 pounds. Your safeties are the people who have to deal with him. And they are Chad Cota, 6'1" and 190-91. He's more than 181. Jeff Sherman at about 180. So they're giving away height, 5 inches. They're giving away about 70 pounds.
This kid is the best ever tight end that has played at Penn State. They had a good receiving tight end in Ted Qualick a few years back. But as far as blocking and receiving the whole package, Kyle Brady is the best that Joe Paterno has had. In fact, he said that Kerry Collins has played as well as any quarterback that he has had there, and that Kajana Carter has run as well as all of his great backs, Kurt Warner and the other ones included. And, you know, that's pretty strong when you've got 3 guys on your offense, best position players ever.
That's Freddie Scott in motion. He leaves Ingram on the near side. There's the wide man. Handed to the up man, the fullback, number 22, Brian Mills. Oregon again lines them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Here they come.
Passes away, and the pass is incomplete.
Well, here's what you're getting. The linebacker is blitzing. You're going to have 6 guys coming. When you do that, everybody in the secondary is matched up. You see Sherman at the top of your screen is matched up. He throws the other way. You just have to get open.
On 3rd down, Kerry Collins has time to pump it, then takes the lick, completes the pass. 1st down. It's become Kerry Collins' ball game now, hasn't it?
Yep.
Back to throw again on 1st down to the sideline. The pass is complete to Mike Archie. Archie and Whitman in the backfield. 2nd down and very short. Collins dancing around. They're coming after him, but he gets his pass away. It's intercepted. It's picked off by Reggie Jordan. And Jordan is knocked out of bounds down at the 17-yard line. John Whitman saves the touchdown.
That's another blitz. There's 6 men putting pressure. Brady, number 81, is being covered by Jordan, 47, a linebacker. He's also got help behind him from Cota.
Bad news for Oregon in the aftermath of this play. Rich Rue, number 48, the inside linebacker, is Hurricanes ball. First down, Penn State 17-yard line after Reggie Jordan's first interception. Rich Rule walked off the field. Geldheiser is back for Penn State, having had an ankle retaped. And it's Whittle and Jones lined up behind Danny O'Neill. They've not been in the air yet in this half. By Jones, fullback out of Lafayette, California, and Geldheiser is right there. There was nothing on that play. Nothing. So it is second down and 10.
Oregon had 29 passes first half, none yet this half.
O'Neill's pass to the corner. Gotta be good.
I don't think he came down in bounds.
Tristan McLemore. He was carried out on the shoulders of a Penn State defender. The officials have signaled nothing.
Yeah, he signaled touchdown.
Where?
The one man down there, the one official signaled touchdown. But you got to get a foot in bounds. This is not the NFL rule where if you're pushed out. Let's take a look.
They carried him out,
I
clearly.
don't think he got a foot in. This is not the NFL where if you're carried out, the official judgment, if he doesn't get a foot in bounds on his own, he's out of bounds.
It is a touchdown. It is a touchdown, folks. Here's the kick. And he just barely got it through, so Belden's having a hard time with this place kick and stuff. Minutes and 54 seconds to play in the third quarter.
It's from the other side of the field. McLemore, great leaping ability.
He's clearly out of bounds, but it's also clear that they're carrying him. So I still haven't seen anybody call touchdown.
Still can't see clearly.
This
is the best shot. Whether one of his feet get down. Let's see. Yeah, right there. And I don't know. I don't know if that official was looking. If that official was looking at the foot or not, but it was awfully close.
Whew. Well, that's pretty exciting stuff. 14-14. Only one man threw up his hands, and I couldn't find him over there in the corner. So Oregon has pulled even with the Nittany Lions at 14, and will kick off now. Ambrose Fletcher at the 7. That's fresh legs. Finally got him.
Those fresh
21-yard line.
His fresh legs wore out, didn't they?
Yeah, but it makes a difference. Isaac Walker, a cornerback, finally ran him down at the Oregon 21. So the Ducks get themselves pinned in the middle of the field, and the Nittany Lions blow them out of the water.
Well, Collins makes a mistake. Oregon turns it into a touchdown, and Penn State comes right back and shows its grit on its special teams. The kickoff return team makes a big play, and Penn State has it on about the 21-yard line.
4:40 to play in the third quarter. 14-14 tie. This is Carter. And Kajana Carter is taken down by Kenny Wheaton.
Here they come.
Carter again. He's gone.
Yeah.
Wide open left side. Bang. Penn State comes right back and regains the lead. But it was the kickoff return that did it. Oregon got pinned in the middle.
Nick Alioti, the defensive coordinator, says we're going to gamble. Look at all these guys blitzing, and there's going to be a huge hole up inside. Offensive line does a nice job. As Conlon, number 53, comes across and gets a block. It may be one of the easiest touchdowns.
Took 1 minute and 1 second.
Carter ever scored.
Is good on the point.
There's a look from behind the defense. Asher 44 on a blitz. Conlon 53 picks him up. Look at that size of that hole.
Yep.
What happens when you gamble, you live by the blitz, sometimes you're going to hit it at the right time. And what you want to do is create a crease in there.
in the end zone. No return by Whittle. They'll bring it out to the 20.
Sandusky made some adjustments. Now Oregon has to react to those adjustments.
Bill on a screen. Yeah, he got some room. Oh, my goodness.
Gain of 20 yards.
From the other side, Ricketts, number 3, is going to get a nice block inside on one of the linebackers. You're not going to see it, but...
First and 10.
Gelsey's up at the 40. Neal's over 300 yards. Look out, Willie Smith's coming. Pass down the middle. That'll be picked off. Bad pass. And Nittany Lions are cooking. It is Chuck Penzinik, who made his first start in this ball game. This is his second interception. He runs it all the way back to the 13-yard line. And all of a sudden, he's having the game of his life.
Here's Penzinik, and they're trying to hit the square end. And the problem is, he's just going to throw the ball too high and right to Penzinik. It's a little play action. They're trying to get the safety to bite. Penzinik is staying deep middle. The ball is overthrown.
Yeah, that was Oregon's mistake. No question about it. It was a mistake by Danny. He just threw the ball.
Tried to force it.
Tried to force it. Too many white shirts. And here's Penn State knocking on the door.
Pass.
Back it comes to Collins. Collins is hit just as he catches the ball. To John Carter and Brian Milne in the backfield, and that's Scott in motion. And it's Carter with the ball. Oh, I tell you. He is quick in traffic.
I mean, he's got a good offensive line, and he's got a tight end that can block, and he's got fullbacks that can block. Conlon gets rid of Asher. But this kid, he reminds me of Emmitt Smith. He is strong, and he is built low to the ground.
It is first and goal for Penn State at the Oregon 3. Now, it was the offense early on. This is Carter, and he's touchdown.
Watch here as the whole line is going to come off, and the play is just going to come around the left side. Nobody pulls. Tight end got his man. Whitman has a man. Just straight blocking.
Good.
What's the rush? Brady, Whitman's 38. That's Whitman, number 38. He's the fullback. Offensive line, Johnson and Rivera.
Long driving kick back inside the end zone and beyond, and it'll come back to the 20. 28-14, Nittany Lions. Danny O'Neill hands it off to Dwayne Jones, and Jones on a quick hitter over the left side. Nebraska, Tom Osborne, Penn State, Joe Paterno. I mean, these are two of the highest quality people in the game of college football. Class people. Yep. That ball is thrown right through the hands of Dameron Ricketts.
The press can say what they want, newspaper people, television, anybody can say what they want, but nobody can take away from the fact that we did what we set out to do, and that was to win all our football games, get to the Rose Bowl, and if we can, win the Rose Bowl. And, you know, my mom, when I was a kid growing up, when the kids used to call me, in the neighborhood we were in, they'd call me WAP and things like that, and I'd come home crying. My mom would used to say to me, nobody can make you feel inferior unless you let them. And nobody can take a national championship away from us if we win all our football games, because we're going to feel as if we're national champions.
That's the way he feels. That's what he said all along. Now, Tom Osborne and his Nebraska Cornhuskers appear that they're going to get the vote. You heard what Tom said earlier today. He has an even keel about it. He doesn't have control of it. He's not involved in a game that'll decide it. He's got to wait for people to cast ballots. 32-yard line. And O'Neill back. Throws to Whittle. Whittle's in trouble with Willie Smith. Gets away from him, but steps out of bounds. Steps out of bounds right about the line of scrimmage. Well, I don't know. All my feelings, and I've made it as clear as I can make it, I think this would have been a great year to have had four teams, top four teams after the bowl games play 2 weeks. And you could have at least had a test run. Have some feeling about it.
Well, you've got the coalition set up this year, and next year it's going to be the alliance. Where they're trying to get the top teams to play each other. The problem is that the Rose Bowl is not involved in the alliance. You know, Keith, I mean, I'm not against a playoff, but if you can convince me that it wouldn't hurt the bowl system as we know it today. This is a great bowl.
Yes, it is.
We've got
That's Whittle with the ball, and he's got an Oregon first down up on the 45-yard line.
and over 100,000 people here today. But you tell me this. If Penn State, the fans, or the Oregon fans, if Penn State was number 2 like they are, and there was going to be another game next week between the 2 undefeated teams, if Penn State came out of this in Nebraska, and you were back in Pennsylvania, and you couldn't afford 2 trips.
15-yard gain, 1st and 10.
And the championship game was going to be wherever, in New Orleans or in Miami or wherever. And you couldn't afford 2 trips. All you could afford was 1 trip. Would this stadium be full, or would the one next week and not affect the bowl game?
That's a defensive play by the Penn State Nittany Lions' Kerry Collins, who came pouring in on a bull rush and knocked the Oregon man down back at the 40-yard line. Well, I don't know. The only problem I got with it is I don't want to see it control of things get in the hands of bowl promoters. I think the college people have still got to keep control of it. And that's the first thing I look at. As we come down to the end of the 3rd quarter, down at 16, they trail 28-14. They have the ball at their own 40-yard line. Danny O'Neal back, has pretty good protection. His pass is away to Christian McLemore, and McLemore gets a pretty good gain out of it.
Big numbers everywhere you look. Total number of plays. Interesting one right here for Oregon. 336 yards passing is the most against any opponent for Penn State this year. 2 turnovers, both of them have led to the opponent scoring 1 touchdown.
3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4. O'Neal's pass to McLemore in the middle of the field, and he's got a first down as he's inside the 30.
Three steps down, and he doesn't really break it off. He doesn't have to, because Penn State playing a 3-deep zone. The slants are there, and that was a good throw by O'Neal to McLemore.
Same thing, except misses Ricketts.
Picked last and next to last in the Pac-10 conference. They are the Cinderella team, unquestionably. They beat Southern Cal, they beat Arizona and Washington to get here.
O'Neal doesn't have anybody to throw to. Now throws it to the ground. 3rd down, O'Neal steps up. Throws, there he is. Tried to get it to Wilcox, and Marlon Forbes got a hand on it and knocked it away.
Wilcox, now watch, as a linebacker. Yeboah Cody, 43. They're all backing up. Geltizer's backing up. There's Forbes. He's just playing the area. Now his man got in the area. He'll play him a little bit. Just knocked it away.
It's up. And he can't buy one.
There's a look at the field goal. Good snap, good hold. Belden gets it up. It's just going to hit the upright.
3 wide rights.
Here's Rich Brooks. They may not be the biggest or the strongest or the fastest, but I think that right there shows you why Rich Brooks has been a successful coach for a long time. Cares about his kids, and he'll be back.
Kerry Collins wanted to let it go. Now he does. He's got Bobby Ingram back there, and it is incomplete. And he was in a full-scale duel with Jeff Sherman.
Joe went over and switched, traded wides, and they danced for a while, and everybody there applauded.
Well, it's supposed to be a festival. That's why the Rose, or the ball games, the bowl games are perhaps important in the sense that they are supposed to be festival. But we insist on heaping all manners of hype and pressure on top of the kids, and it's pretty hard sometimes to have a festival. That's a good play by Molden on Bobby Ingram. I'll tell you what, those 2 corners, O'Berry and Molden, and Wheaton, when he's in the ball game, have done a job on the wide receivers of Penn State.
Single coverage. Collins went to the right man. Molden, the defensive back, did his job. He had him covered.
That one slid off the foot. Bounced right back to where Pat Johnson was, but there are too many white shirts around it. And it'll roll dead at the Oregon 27. 42-yard punt. 28-14 here, Penn State. Oregon with the ball now at their own 27-yard line. Dino Filio, the single back for the Ducks. Danny O'Neill. Not much on the play as Tony Pittman stepped right up on Filio in a hurry. Big Ten, of course, trying to win their third in a row against the Pac-10. If the Nittany Lions close the door on this one. I know some of you perhaps wondering about the future of Kajana Carter. Nobody knows what it is. Not even Kajana, perhaps, at this point in time. O'Neill steps away from the pressure. Turns it upfield and runs for very close to the first down. Depends on where they give him the mark before.
Yeah, but he also won a national championship when he lost a game one year.
That's true.
Yeah, in '82.
That's Kristen McLemore with the ball. There's the first down. It's Filio. And Dino moves it to the Penn State side of the field.
Here's a look from up above, the Goodyear blimp.
First and 10.
Filio number 12, just going to slide out. O'Neill does a nice job of setting this up. And then the speed burner.
Ball loose. He came away, came off the snap. Didn't stay down under it. At least a good 3. Second down and 13. 12-10 to play in the game. 28-14. The ball is slapped down. Intended for Kristen McLemore. Third down, big play here for the Ducks. Yeboah Cody got him. What a good play by Phil Yeboah Cody.
Just Filio, number 12, steps out to block. The first problem is he didn't step close enough to the line of scrimmage. Secondly, he tried to cut him, and Yeboah Cody, great athletic ability, just jumps over him and takes him down with one hand.
Didn't get it to turn. But it takes a good bounce. And rolls net at about the 13-yard line, a 47-yard punt. At State College, Pennsylvania, I'll have you know. Now, everybody who wanted to come west couldn't. So they've had a week of festival activity at home. The Rose Bowl theme shown in the ice sculpture along South Allen Street. Their New Year's Eve midnight fireworks were rained out, but by that time it didn't matter a lot. Called first night at State College, Pennsylvania. First down for the Nittany Lions, and this is Kajana Carter. And they're able to keep him from turning the corner as Alex Molden, the cornerback, came up and pushed him out of bounds.
Well, we've been mentioning the blocking up front. Brady, number 81, watch him as he blocks down on the defensive end. That's Bailey, number 56, doing it by himself, and the follow-through. Stays with him and stays with him. That is very impressive. That young man will be very popular when it's time to draft tight ends in the upcoming NFL draft. He will be a highly drafted kid, I guarantee you.
Oh, look at this.
Well, the last time you saw what's good when the offense dominates. Now watch as the linebackers mix up the blocking scheme for the offensive line.
4 yards.
Linebackers coming in different gaps at different times. 7 and 8 people coming through the line of scrimmage.
Too high and behind Bobby Ingram. Should hit it about the 1 yard line. They've got 10 Ducks up there. But he gets it out. And a fair catch as Johnson lets it go. Well,
better get out of the way of it, young man.
He called his fair catch, and by not catching the ball, he gave away 10 yards. There are the most important numbers you need to know. Time remaining and the score of the ball game. It is first down for the Oregon Ducks at their own 46-yard line. Danny O'Neill quickly to Ricketts. Cameron Ricketts running in the middle of the field. O'Neill has 35 completions now, which is a new 34 completions, which is a new Rose Bowl record. That moves him past Ron Vanderkellen in that 1963 shootout between USC and Wisconsin. Here's Whittle. And Whittle getting down the sidelines for a big play and a first down at the Penn State 31-yard line. He now totals 405 yards, and that also passes Ron Vanderkellen's record.
There's plenty of time left in this ball game.
31, Penn State. Willie Smith got him. Ball came out, but I got one more after this play. O'Neill throws that one intended for Kristen McLemore, thrown behind him, and Chris really didn't have a chance to catch it. 3rd and 14. Smith again. No, it's not Smith. It's Terry Killen. Yeah, that Killen is going to be a thing.
Yeah, he plays behind Willie Smith. Remember a linebacker that was at Penn State that didn't get much notoriety until he got out of the Penn State, and that was Jack Ham.
Yep.
It's just the system. Once they get out of there, boy, they turn them loose.
4th down, they're going. Oregon doesn't use the shotgun. Bull rush, pass away, pass is incomplete. That's 50 pass attempts now for Danny O'Neill, and that also beats a Ron Vanderkellen record.
Coming from your right side, man coverage. He's well covered, but look at the effort of McLemore. That's Brian Miller.
1st and 10.
He just gets this off. Look at the effort put forth here.
Almost put that thing in his pocket, didn't he?
He would have caught it if Miller hadn't have shaken it loose.
Yep. Mike Archie now is in the backfield with Brian Mills as the Nittany Lions take over at their own 35-yard line, and Mills with a strong run of 6 yards as the penalty flag is thrown on the far side. Now they're coming into this ball game. A note we alluded to a long time ago that Joe Paterno was even with Paul Bryant in postseason bowl game wins. And if his team wins this one today, and it appears kind of likely now that he is going to pass
Tackled by
Paul Bryant's
Jackson.
record. So it's been quite a day of records in this 81st Rose Bowl game. Now the big old fullbacks. Milne and Whitman are going to start beating on the defenders of Oregon.
Colorado.
Jump Notre Dame, 41 to 24.
McCartney goes out a winner. We wish him well. Nothing but the best.
Rick Neuheisel steps in behind him. He one of the
4-yard gain.
There you go. Look, if you didn't know what, let's get another shot of that. You know, if you didn't know who was at the top of that, it's almost becoming a trademark.
Well, do you know why he wears his
Oh, I
pants
sure
on?
do. I saw Sue the other night, and she told me that
Keep him from getting dirty.
back in the early 60s when he was an assistant coach, he wore his best breeches, and he'd get them dirty.
Right.
Come home dirty, and she'd say, roll them up. And, you know what? And coaches are superstitious as all get out, and he probably was winning, and he just, because I'm sure he doesn't wear his best breeches now. He probably wears some coaching pants from the issue there at Penn State. But they get superstitious, and they just don't change.
Milne goes up the middle, picks up the first down. 48-yard line. Nittany Lions starting to grind it now, and breaking up the middle is Mike Archie. And Archie inside the 35, and the Oregon Ducks defense gets tired.
The offensive line. Brady is to the right, number 81. That's Rivera, number 54. The fullback is there, too. 81 gets a big block, buries his man to the inside. That's Bailey again. When you've got a tight end that can block and a fullback that can block, I mean, the offensive line is supposed to be able to block, but you get those two guys blocking, and your tailback's going to gain a lot of yardage.
From the 34. The Ducks respond as Kajana Carter comes into the ball game, and they roll him down short of the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 13. Kerry Collins quickly hits Freddie Scott. And Scott will get inside the 30, and that'll be first. The last Big Ten team to come into the Rose Bowl unbeaten and untied was Ohio State back in 1979. But the Southern California Trojans beat them 17-16.
It's interesting, the mix of teams we've had in the last few years, too. A lot of different teams. Wisconsin won from the Big Ten last year. Michigan 2 years ago.
That pass is swung out to Mike Archie. And Archie is knocked out of bounds, and he is hit short of the 25, which means he's short of the first down. I'll tell you what, they bring a freshness, a whole new ambiance, an enthusiasm that is wonderful.
Wisconsin last year, and then Oregon this year, and Penn State.
They put up a great big tent outside the Rose Bowl for those who couldn't get tickets. This was a tough ticket this year.
I think that's a great idea. Big, one of those big screens.
3 yards on the play.
So if you just want to come to this area and be a part of the ambiance, not get inside with a ticket, but, you know, hang around.
43-yard field goal try, a lot of leg, it's good. Brett Conway from 43 makes it a 31-14 ball game, Penn State. Whittle from the goal line. And he can't find the crack. Comes out to the 18, and there the Ducks start. Eddie O'Neill, who has been a big record setter in this ball game, comes out at quarterback. O'Neill has what now? 3 records, the tackle. Yardage, attempts, and completion.
Grew up in this area, too, didn't he, Keith?
He's from Newport.
Yeah, a lot of the, in fact, 52 of the 94 players on this Oregon roster are from the state of California.
Because Oregon still got one grass school.
I mean, they don't have a lot of, not many people up there.
The way they want it. Here's a little bit of a delay with Chilliwack trying to pop out of there, and Dino can't quite get it done. He gets up to about the 20. Willie Smith shows blitz. Pass hit off the back of Dameron Ricketts because O'Neill had to throw it so quickly because he saw that big old backer blitzing right up the middle. Atkins was right in his face.
Normally, you'll have it maybe 11 or 12, 10, 11 or 12 times. If you have long possessions, obviously you won't have it but 7 or 8, but been a lot of short possessions.
And that won't get him the first down as McLemore makes the catch. Look out. Yaboa Cody.
There's Sandusky.
That's the first time Gary's had a smile.
Yes.
Since he came west.
From the top of the screen, one of the outside linebackers, Yaboa Cody and Willie Smith. Left side, the guard tries to get out. That's Reed, 71. They've reached the low water mark for Penn State in scoring this year. They scored, the lowest coming in was 31 points against the big backs.
All at the 9-yard line. They give it to Whitman. He's down to the goal line, but not in. Oh, they call him in. He tumbles over. So Penn State will finish the season scoring 51 straight times when they have been in what is called the red zone. He's down a yard short of the goal line. They gave him 6 there. He was down.
I don't think they gave him. Maybe they gave him one play earlier. They would have got
Mike Barneger is in for the extra point try, number 88. Mike Barneger. So he gets a chance to pop one up and through.
You know, when Paul was alive, Paul was for some reason or other took an interest in me in my career, and was a big help to me. He'd call me every once in a while about what I was making, my contract, and try to give me some advice. He had me down to a couple of coaches' clinics down there, and I'd love to be able to say, hey, I did something Paul Bryant didn't do. Yeah, I would. I'd be honest with you. And not in the sense of personal, because I think he's probably up there saying that little whippersnapper from Brooklyn, you know, kind of thing.
But he's done it. Conway kicks it. High in the air. A lot of air on it. Ball is taken by Whittle at about the 6-yard line. And he's across the 25.
Keith, for having known what the result was last night, Nebraska won.
Hey, we're number one. You got to give us at least one of them. You got to give at least one of the polls. We're number one. We're number one. At least one of we're number one. You got to give it to us.
John, we don't have a vote.
Look at the score against James Green defense.
Well, there was a little lobbying for some votes. I'm just going to say the players and the coaches of Penn State came out and took care of business.
Josh Wilcox made that catch, so he's all right, Mama.
Completed to Josh Wilcox.
Josh got himself a tattoo, though, and his Mama wasn't too happy about that. His younger brother, incidentally, is quite a quarterback out of high school in Junction City, Oregon, and just this past week committed to going to school at Oregon. So the Wilcox name carries on at the University of Oregon. That's the first down as Cameron Ricketts makes the catch and moves it over to the Penn State side of the field.
Keith, I'll answer your question. This Penn State offense leads the nation in total offense and scoring. What's the best offense you've seen this year?
This one, probably.
Florida, Colorado.
No, I like this one.
Florida State.
I'll tell you why I like this one. I like this one because of the balance.
Run and pass.
Yep. Even though Oregon has controlled the passing game relatively well, I mean, you can't see Jurevicius coming in and making the big play the two big plays he made. You don't expect it. But at the same time, give Danny O'Neal all the credit in the world for doing what he's done today.
Penn State averaging 250 yards a game on the ground and 270 yards through the air. How about the most exciting game we had this year? End of the year?
Yes, it Whittle down the sideline. Ducks haven't quit. They sure have at the 25-yard. Well, I don't think Oregon ought to hang their head.
They've
done just fine.
From the start of the season when they were
going to the end zone. Incomplete. That's a good defensive play. Pat Johnson, the speedster, was down there, but it was a very good play by the Penn State defensive offense. Brian Miller, I think, is the man that came across to make the play.
Top right. You're right,
yep.
Miller went to the same high school as Joe Montana and
undefeated.
Yes, and baseball's Ken Griffey Sr.
Josh Wilcox again with another catch of Penn State here in the second half of play.
5 yards.
His name is Sandusky. The way he moved, the adjustments he had his defense make. That's Wilcox again for the first down. He's across past the marker, and he's got his first down.
Keith, there was a time during the season that Penn State and Nebraska were split, number one. One was 1-1 poll, and it was going into the first week in November. In fact, Penn State was playing at Indiana. They ended up winning the game 35-29, but there were two late touchdowns by Indiana in the last 2 minutes, and one of them was a Hail Mary. And after that point, Nebraska was number one in both polls. And prior to that, it was a split poll, so
O'Neal threw that one away.
Yeah.
Incomplete, intended for Josh Wilcox.
Well, my feeling on that is there's quite a gap in both of the polls between first and second, first place votes, right? Now, if all of a sudden you get a big flip-flop in one of the polls, then what those guys are admitting is they've been wrong all along. Well, I don't think you're going to see that. I don't think you'll see that much of a flip-flop.
Penn State had some problems on the road. They had problems at Illinois.
Whittle trying to find his way down the sidelines, and he is finally pounded down at about the 5-yard line. Looked like he might get in for 6.
I like the fight of this young Oregon team.
It is a young team.
Yes, it is. O'Neal won't be back. But
Graziani is waiting in the wings.
Yes, he is.
Tony Graziani.
They lose the fullback, Jones. They lose O'Neal and one offensive lineman, and the rest of them will be back.
He was the young fellow that came down to the Coliseum and beat USC.
Yes, he did. The left-hander, sidewinder.
Yep. Got a big frame. He might put on some weight, too. Third down and very, very short. Whittle didn't get it. Now, in second effort, he's going to get it. Look at him ride the back of that big old offensive side. Harden and company. Tausi Malafei. So they'll have their first down, it appears. And if so, that'll stop your clock at 2:57. And it'll be first down and goal Oregon at the Penn State 3. Won't matter much in the ultimate outcome, but it will matter to the Oregon Ducks and their faithful. O'Neal throws beyond the end zone. Incomplete. McLemore and Christian was well off the field to play. McLemore has 10 catches for 103 yards. Wilcox 10 catches for 130 yards. Ricketts 7 catches for 74 yards. Phil Yaw 6 catches for 80 yards. Then mix in the others.
Kristen McLemore set a record with his 20th touchdown reception of his career. That moved him ahead of Bobby Moore, or you may know him as Ahmad Rashad.
Whittle touchdown. Ricky Whittle scampers in for 6.
Insignificant points that Oregon is putting on the board either, because the kids that are coming back to this program next year will remember that they fought to the final bell at this Rose Bowl game, and they'll want to come back.
And Rich Brooks kind of standing in awe of all of his new friends until they all found out there were no tickets available. McLemore didn't get in. He did not get in. And if there is a Walter Mitty in this ball game today,
there you go.
It would be Chuck Penzenik. First start. Nobody knew how to pronounce his name hardly. Joe probably had to look it up. Started him at free safety.
He was a cornerback before all the injuries hit.
Wonderful. That's one of the, to me, that's one of the great things about college athletics.
Again, let me
have a day like Chuck.
And Joe was saying, you know, he'll probably make some mistakes. We'll probably have to live with it. But, you know, he's going to do all right the majority of the time. Well, he's intercepted 2 balls. These 2 coaches getting votes in several different polls for Coach of the Year. Rich Brooks getting in some of the polls, and the ones that didn't vote for Rich, certainly Joe Paterno got the rest of it.
In a considerable trend fashion.
How about Jerry Copeland at Tennessee?
Yeah, that's the ultimate. Yeah. Onside kick. Penn State covers it, and the Nittany Lions have the ball at the 45 of Oregon, and it looked like Bobby Ingram probably was the man on the ball.
J.J. Stokes.
Here goes Carter. The heir apparent. Yep. Graziani, the heir apparent of Oregon. Necessarily so.
Penn State offense doesn't lose too many players either.
This is Brian Mills.
I got one other thing for you, Keith. One, I worked with you for a long time here, 7, 8 years. Most memorable moments.
When?
This year.
This year?
Yeah. Of the year. It sticks out in my mind like it was the...
Well, I fell down on the floor the night at the Coliseum when you got stuck in the elevator. I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, no. Well, that was I was going to talk about the same game, but something a little bit different. When all the power went out, and I'm watching you broadcast with a telephone. Oh,
I've done that before.
Oh, boy. I said, here is the main man, Mr. College Football, doing a broadcast on a telephone.
Work.
I'll never forget that. Oh, boy.
24-yard line. Here goes Milne the other way, and they're just pounding now, just pounding. Technical operations managers. Play stopped in the middle. McCloud Phipps and Jerry Ruger. Final seconds ticking away. This will do it. This is Stephen Phipps. And the game is over. The Penn State Nittany Lions defeat the Oregon Ducks 38-20. And untied, undefeated Penn State Nittany Lions. Lynn Swan, try to get a word with him when we come back.
President of the Tournament of Roses, Mike Ward, with head coach Joe Paterno. Mike?
Joe, on behalf of the Tournament of Roses, City of Pasadena, a great day for the Big Ten. We are so pleased and happy to have you here for the first time. Let me help give you this trophy.
Joe, congratulations on that win. It's your second year in the Big Ten. Some people were concerned you'd win this Rose Bowl trophy the first year. It just took you one extra one.
Well, it's nice to hear that kind of stuff, but we feel very fortunate that we were able to come out here this year and beat a fine Oregon football team that played really hard, played tough, and we're very honored that we were able to play against people like that and be fortunate enough to win. I'm glad we won for Penn State, and I'm glad we won for the Big Ten, but more importantly, I thought it was a great college football game, and I think college football won today.
Sounds like to me, Joe, that you believe in your heart that this is the best team in the country.
Well,
there are a few thousand people here who voice their opinion, Joe.
Well, I think I'll have to agree with them.
Well, Joe, let's talk a little bit about the ball game, the things that surprised you in it.
Well, nothing surprised me. I talked to Richie Brooks when we had our press conference. They asked me what was going to win it. I said defense and kicking will win it. It'll win any tough game when you had a team that plays defense as well as Oregon. And our defense played a great football game today under a lot of pressure. And our kicking game was outstanding. And our offense, when they were being pressured, kept their poise, and we ended up playing a good, solid football game.
Coach, you know a lot of people are going to ask you how you would feel about a national championship playoff.
Well, I've always wanted a playoff. That's nothing new with me. I've always wanted a playoff.
Well, Joe, that's terrific. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Let's go back to Keith Jackson.
Okay, Swanee. Congratulations to Joe and his entire staff. Great University, Penn State. Final score, Nittany Lions 38, the Oregon Ducks 20 from Pasadena.
A promotional fee has been paid by Northwest Airlines,